archaeologists, welcome to the proximity. I'm about to begin an Alan Wake 2 Lakehouse adventure. It's not a lake house. It's an ocean house. What does that mean? It's incredibly funny for people who know about Alan Wake. Let's put myself on the other side. I have to say farewell to the snail. The snail messages don't work anymore. And because this is extra spooky, this is a spooky game, I have a spooky green outline. That's on purpose. I definitely didn't spend 45 minutes trying to get fucking rid of the green outline. No, that's intended. So there are 2 expansions to this now. Night Springs was kind of funny. I think you were there for that. I believe the Lake House is a much spookier affair. I'm just going to move my microphone so it's not covering the screen. Oh god, I'm just going to have to make a couple of adjustments, which is going to screw with absolutely everything. Did I break everything? I didn't realize I'd have to change the camera at the last second, but it's fine. I have confidence that we can get rid of the spooky night sky. There's something in the software or something in the hardware that's just fundamentally broken, I think. But it seems fine when it's sitting over there. When it's over there on the PC, it's absolutely fine. But when it's here, it goes, there's no light, and I'm like, there's loads of light. Anyway, it's the camera. It's the camera. Let's dive on into the lake house, shall we? Oh, sad snail. The snail messages don't work, and I don't know what it is. It might be that I have to update the API or some such. Oh boy, do I not like it that my tea's cold anyway. So I believe because it goes Max Payne 2. I'll tell you what, let's just dive on it and see what happens. That's fine.
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls. 1970, 76, 8. Last one was in 2010. It's not exactly clockwork, but this town sees way more altered world events than most. We knew it was just a matter of time before the lake acted up again. After the AWE in 2010, the FBC's research department set up a facility, the Lakehouse, to study the threshold in Cauldron Lake, find better ways to contain the entity inside. Your tax dollars at work. When we detected a spike in paranatural activity at Cauldron Lake, before I even knew you were on this case, Saga, the Lakehouse was my first stop. I was short-handed, hoped they could spare some help, maybe give us some intel on the situation. If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there, Saga, I just kept on driving.
So I believe this slots into the game. When you meet Estevez, Saga, she can tell Saga what she got up to. So yeah, this happens at the same time as Alan Wake 2, but it's the lead-in to Control 2. I think they're set in the same unit.
This is Agent Kiran Estevez responding to an AWE alert in the vicinity. I need to speak with the Marmons. So much for the welcome wagon.
And yeah, I didn't know this was coming out so soon, so I kind of
You all
dropped
set up the
everything.
perimeter.
Play it.
We're on the Threshold's doorstep, so keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, ma'am.
So someone wanted to hang out, and I was like, oh, I'll just book Tuesday off. I don't want to go into work tomorrow anyway. Then I can play game, hang out with Simon, not work. Triple triad. Right, do I remember how to play this game? Who are you? A gun for shooting things? We can go. No, get out! Get out of my face! So I've got an ID card. Let's use it. Computer game. Lovely.
This shouldn't take long, okay? You see anything? Radio me.
Roger that.
So the Federal Bureau of Control, the FBC, is based on. It's like the X-Files, but also there's a website that sort of popularized the idea again, where they study paranormal activity and they contain it.
The Lakehouse was run by the research department. Research and investigations don't really see eye to eye. What they call science, I call a violation of Bureau protocol and human decency. Classic interdepartmental drama. Your FBI saga, you know how it goes. Now, in retrospect, my low opinion of the research department may have clouded my judgment.
Get out of my face! Give them that. Probably don't have a mind map. So far, it's just a game about having a lovely stroll through the forest. The green sort of goes with it. Thematically appropriate. I really wish it wasn't there. A Lakehouse. A van. You can like the geography. It doesn't look too big. At a slight. Just settle down. Talk to the Marmots. Marmont and Dr. Marmont.
Hello? Agent Kiran Estevez, Investigations Department.
Instead.
No one wants to check the individual carrying a firearm into a restricted government facility? No? Okay, well, this is definitely going in the report.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting day here at the Lakehouse. As I'm sure you know, I am Dr. Jules Marmont, and this is my wife.
Dr. Diana Marmont.
And together we are the heads of research at this facility. We want to thank you all for helping us break new ground in our study of Cauldron Lake.
That's right, Jules. But don't let our exciting work in threshold regulation and dimensional coupling keep you from observing the proper safety protocols.
You said it, Diana. We run a tight ship here at the Lakehouse. So, always remember the 3 S's. Safety, security, and censorship.
It's a C. It's a C.
Why, that is the joke, Diana.
Well, it's a stupid fuck.
Wonderful joke, Jules. We'll see you down there.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, that seems healthy.
Although I do have, I'll be looking purple because it's reflecting light from it. Where's everyone gone? Look at this. I'm not sure I even need a gun. Raminus, daily run up, no doodling. Do not contaminate the Lakehouse. unrelated art. Also, we know about the Marmonts because they were the ones leaving little toys and stuff everywhere, I think.
An experiment. That bodes well.
I wanted to remind you to put in 100% effort today. 3 S's.
That's handy.
Map now. It's just the map this time. We don't have Mind Palace. We are on the ground floor. Just got to get in on the ground floor, don't you? And television screens.
Dr. Marmont's not here. Nobody is?
Welcome back.
I'll have to check downstairs. Changing passwords, huh?
So we are the paranormal FBI, the X-Files, Fringe. Alan Wake. The specific thing about Alan Wake is he is a writer. He writes kind of hacky detective novels. But Cauldron Lake makes art real, because Cauldron Lake contains an eldritch entity that tricks artists into releasing itself into the world via the medium of art. So arts around here is very... So this facility is specifically researching art. From technical security and technical support division, all departments update computer password reset policy. Effective September 13th, all computer passwords must reset daily to address security concerns. We are aware that this may be an inconvenient change and lead to difficulty remembering your password. We recommend using a permanent set of digits as the beginning of the password, followed by numbers that change daily. Try using significant personal dates, coordinates. Do not use birthdays, current date, phone numbers. Please also to remember that for the time being, passwords do not exceed 6 digits. 13, 14, 23. Dance fact of the day: for the most famous for acting, Hedy Lamarr, who invented her free time. She patented a frequency device for torpedo guidance systems at age 38. Oh, lots of numbers. 1438. Okay. Puzzles. A replacement keycard request form. Please fill out the fields below the before delivering the form to security. New keycard will be issued to you once the request is processed. Name's Jules Mormont, the head of research, the highest one. I forget what it's called. Seeing it here for you. That was stolen. How would I know if it was stolen or lost? I do not put microchips and try to follow them. If you're so concerned with this head of research, and I expect a new card on my desk by the end of the day. Subject P. Though through extensive testing, subject has been confirmed to possess intrinsic paranatural ability that manifests exclusively during the act of painting. Paintings feature scenes or events that would have no knowledge of, and even sometimes painting an event before it happens. The effect has been proven multiple times and has an estimated 40 to 100% success rate. Note the lack of precision in this range is due to the team's inability to prove that the painting's content will not be realised at some point in the eventual future. Research, well, it could be true. Researchers asked to reiterate their hesitance to publish any concrete statements surrounding the subject and his ability at the time, as the nature of the paintings and their paranatural effect might be exceptionally difficult to measure and quantify. Conclusion: the subject is suspected to be a Class 2 para-utilitarian, though additional testing will be required to confirm this at the time. His ability is not believed to be a direct threat to himself or the others and can be controlled. The nature of the ability is to show the current or future events via art he creates. The extent of this forecasting cannot be determined by researchers with any high level of precision. Unlike the art created by Alan Wake, there is no evidence the subject's art is directly manipulated reality via the shadow's energies. Okay, so we want to get onto the computer. Let's read the note again. So, permanent set of digits as the beginning, followed by numbers that change daily. So 14. 14 will be the last number. 38. Oh, I see. Uh, 14, 23. Okay. 38. No, what would the permanent number be? Because it will be 1438 at the end. I don't know what the first two numbers are. Can I get past this basic puzzle? 13, 14, 38?
That's not right.
I wasn't expecting to immediately get stuck on a simple bit. Permanent set of digits that change. Birthday is the current date. So yeah, no current date. That 38 is definitely something, some part. Where are the first four numbers going? Oh. There wasn't immediate. Probably overthinking this, but changing base setup small. Obscure buttons. Significant years. Be a significant year. 2023, 38. I'll try 2023.
Come on.
Might want to look somewhere else in the office. Is July 18. We'll look at this in a second. Oh, 7/18. can unlock a door. We have the mail. Start the oldest one and work our way forwards. Annual budget. I love that everyone uses the same program. Good morning, friendly reminder that the proposed annual budgets need to be sent out by the end of the month. Every station has been asked to give a thorough breakdown in an effort to find areas where spending can be reduced. So one of the big themes of Control is just like corporate, like the sort of stupidity of like corporate culture, and like so it's always like these emails. I look at time for us to speak about this. Your budget. I'm too busy to attend meetings. Just use the budget from last year. Make sure to specify a specific percentage of the research budget to go towards project. Opportunists to certain individuals won't be tempted to slow down their competition by stealing resources. Apologise for the difficulty my wife is presenting, Harry. I believe she's suggesting that I take her project budget. An unfair and preposterous accusation. I'm confident that you understand them. I would be happy to meet and discuss the annual budget. Of course, the head of research jobs to oversee such work. Maybe Diana is no longer up to the task. Sincerely, Dr. Jules. Go fuck yourself, Dr. Jules. So, does next Wednesday work? Dr. Marmont, Project Arbitus is officially requested. We returned. I believe they're married. Well, they were. We returned the pages we aren't using for any work on Project Ramnus. When they shared research material, so I can use them back to Arbitus. Sincerely, Perry Levine. Remember to lock your computer before leaving the station for any amount of time. Changing your password daily does not improve our facility security if you leave your computer on. Brian Lopez. We can unlock doors. There was an intro video where we got to meet the Marmonts. It's actually probably... There they are. Barrows University, recommendation of faculty and by the virtue of authority vested in them by the trustees of Barrows University. Jules Francois Marmont, degree of Doctor of Applied Science, is entitled to the rights and privileges pertaining to William Devereux, Chairman of the Board of Trustees. Jean Dean Barrows. We can just have a look. Dr. Casper Darling. Loved Casper Darling. Senior leadership of the FBC. Determined to appoint Dr. Jules Marmont as head of research. Cauldron Lake. Appointment will be shared with Diana Marmont. Effective upon the facility's completion July 18th. Zachariah Trench. Better days. Last. A new fellow head of Lakehouse. Love, Diana. Yeah, it's not... So, if you missed it, they both appeared on the screen to welcome new appointees. Is this the door that opened? They didn't seem happy with it. But one of them was putting the effort, one of them wasn't.
Access denied.
Well, you are not keeping me out. I'll need a key card with clearance. Ugh,
Access
this key
denied.
card isn't gonna cut it.
Up any apples?
This should get me downstairs.
Limits 1. Cats. Dr. Marmont here to remind you to put in 100% effort today. Oh, computer. Well, it looks like we won't even need our gun. No spooky monsters down here.
As soon as I got in that elevator, my bad news detector started going nuts.
We have got some bad
Estevez
news.
team, something's going on in the Lakehouse. I want all nearby agents to... Oh, shit.
This...
On sublevel 5. Staff should seek shelter immediately.
We have a situation in the Lakehouse. All agents converge on the facility now.
I don't think Marmont's
Belay that order.
doing well.
Shit.
It's a modern
A
art.
threshold event had hit the Lakehouse. Now, it was the Marmont's problem. Our mission was outside.
Oh, yeah, yeah, we're here. Hello?
What the fuck was that? Where's the fucking elevator? Okay. Priority 1, get the lights on. Standing around in the dark near Cauldron Lake, you're not smart?
Threshold linking experiment. Work to create a stable link between our reality and that of Redacted continues. Progress is good, with all teams reporting high confidence that a successful connection will be made as soon as possible. Recent efforts in utilizing the paintings produced by Subject P to adjust reality in such a way that achieves our goals were unsuccessful. However, the result has allowed us to discard the avenue of research, focus solely on a much more viable one. New hypothesis states that the threshold energies, thus its reality-altering effect, drawn to pieces of art that contain significant levels of emotion. This is supported by a clear trend in data we've gathered over the years. We can identify the quantity of emotion of an art piece. Our work will speed up considerably. I fucking love the idea of a corporate entity going, okay, can we quantify the amount of emotion in this piece? I think it's a 7, sir. Maybe an 8. A lot of emotion. Work has already proceeded with an immediate focus on developing devices capable of measuring the level of motion any given piece of art. For now, our research will continue to focus solely on the art produced by Subject P, while no pieces of his yielded. 7.5. Yeah, it's at least closer to a 7, an 8 than a 7, though. Maybe. While no pieces of this has yielded successful results outside of the assistance of discovering redacted pages, has proven status as power utilitarian makes his work suitable research for material. Refer to file F2153821 for full report. Of course, the research order. As the Lakehouse continues to make progress towards its goal, various avenues of research are being pursued. Recently, one such avenue has yielded unexpected results. There's research into nursery rhymes directed by Dr. Marmont, led by Dr. Campbell, has shown viability to connect with the Cauldron Lake threshold. As a result, the nursery rhyme findings will now be carried forward by the co-heads of research and incorporated into ongoing research across the Lake House Effective. So, the original game, Saga would find little tableaus of toys around and a nursery rhyme, and if you put like the tableaus correctly, you just get a little item, and it was just research the Marmonts. And they were like, well, it's a poem. It's a child's poem. Does that count as art? Yes. Well, Thermos. Are we collecting Thermos? Oh, it's the save point. Thermos because coffee, because that television on the name. It's Casper Darling.
Dr. Darling?
He was in Robin Hood. No, he was in Men in Tights. It's about the same thing, right?
Okay, he doesn't do a damn thing without power.
It's Able. Or be able. Likely job. You don't have to travel for the painting room, it's fine. It's just abstract art, it's nothing to be afraid of. can't believe there's a Captain Darling in Blackadder Series 4. I think I mentioned this before. And so every so often, every time someone talks to him, he says, "Darling, could you go grab that for me, please?" And every time he just goes, "Yes, of course, sir."
Okay. Power core receiver. Plugging a core in should get the lights on.
Oh, I just need to find one of those, I guess. Light over there. Stuff. Okay.
That is not a regulation FBC weapon.
There's mini bleeps and mini bloops. Shoot. Oh, it's about the power
Jules'
cords.
keycard could be useful.
Unfortunately, Jules' keycard went missing last night. Huge shame. Totally unrelated note. I now have a level 3 clearance card in my office, plus a lot of black rock. I'm grinding the black rock down to a powder, stashing around in case any gets confiscated. Next steps: weapon testing using black rock powder. If successful, maybe schematics to offsite teams. Could lead to transfer out of the shithole. Think of more applications for black rock now that I have some. As a researcher at the OH, Eldest House, there's a ton of ideas like this. I wish I could remember his name. Who's written this? I found the power core. I love the power core.
They make these things lighter.
This has been the smallest. These are in control as well. I enjoy that they use absurdly large cubes.
The way I saw it, there was only one way out. Identify the source of the event and contain or eliminate it. Now, good news, I just had to keep going down. Bad news, the elevator liked to disappear.
It's the Bright Box challenge. Hang on. I feel like I had a light.
Gotta
earlier.
turn the receiver on.
Yes, sure.
At least the elevator's back.
The black paint is the black rock paint. What's beyond this? How do I tell her to get the flashlight? Noises.
Need a higher clearance keycard.
Who's the room? I wonder what's causing those curious noises. We have a new computer. Hello, please remember to lock your computer before changing your station for any amount of time. Changing your password daily. Doop 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 doop. Celebrate the arrival of... This person didn't turn the computer off. Revel of Fall, I bought a variety of seasonal pies from the local diner who all seem to love so much. The members of Project Ramnus can come and join them in the lobby near my office. All other staff should visit Dr. Marmon's office to see if she bought pie. Also, despite the ridiculous dramatics of last year, I purchased delicious pecan-filled pies. Hello, gentle reminder that nut allergies are a serious health issue and making light of them is not appropriate workplace behaviour for anyone at seniority level. Bringing nuts into the office is a health risk, should be avoided for everyone's safety. Thank you, Harry Kingston. Perry, do not release any of those pages. Tell Diana and those fools on Project Arbitus we misplaced them. An unfortunate filing accident. Tell them we are confident the pages will resurface in 2 or 3 weeks. We're too busy making progress to look for them right now. Be sure to say that we're making progress, just as I wrote above. Attention all staff, this is a significant amount of black rock missing from sublevel 5. I bet there is a misunderstanding and somebody's taking it to another floor by mistake. If you did this, respond to this message and we'll fix the problem. Black rock is a precious material. We only have so much of it now, the oldest house being closed.
First off, a huge thank you to everyone here. The Lakehouse has made amazing strides in researching the AWE here at Cauldron Lake. Great work, team. I wanted to come in person so I could check in on the latest work. I won't get in the way. It's not our view, so no reason to be scared. Do you hear that, Doctors Marmot? While I'm here, I want to focus on the relationship between the Shadow and the AWE site below the lake. The theory that the Shadow even originates from the dimension this threshold is tapping into is compelling. Eventually, I want to understand how this dimension manages to convert subjective elements like art into objective reality. What are the constraints of this phenomenon? Can it, say, create altered items or even objects of power simply by manifesting them via a piece of art? These are the things we need to know to accurately classify the Shadow. I mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that? Shadow. So, any and all proposals are welcome. Anything testing art's effect on reality by using the Shadow's energy is preferred. To find answers, we'll first need a lot of data. No wrong answers. And when I return to the oldest house, I'll take back anything we end up with to run against a classified project called Hedron to build a comparative data set. I wish I could tell you more. It's a very, very exciting non-physical forces impacting. Oh, no, sorry, I really can't. It is. You know what? Maybe some of you can come visit. We'll have to get you clearance, of course, but maybe that can. You know what? I don't want to take the entire day talking, so the Shadow represents a whole new area of research, and I couldn't be more excited to start digging in. It is a great new world, people.
Name drop. So, Control, the villains in Control are known as the Hiss because they are a frequency, another dimension, a demonic frequency like a snake. So, occasionally, things from the Shadow and things from the Hiss interact and creates what's called a third thing. And third things are bad.
If you can understand me, I am an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you... I never fucking works.
I've forgotten how to play the game. Okay, that is the gun. That's not how the story goes.
If you can understand me, I am an agent of the...
I'm running the fuck away. That seems to be the sensible one.
What the fuck were those things?
We get a new keycard.
Deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You never really get used to the shit you see in this job, but you can learn techniques to adjust, to function. Take 6 deep breaths, then get to work. Find the source, collapse the threshold.
Error. Please hold. Please hold. Please hold. Please hold.
What is that?
Be on the map. Can you understand me?
If you can understand me, I'm an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that can be perceived as hostile. Do you understand? Well, I'll be damned.
What are you?
So what kind of entity are you? You can speak. That means you probably imprinted on a person or retained some of your former self's information. Previously human, maybe? Okay, I can work with that. I just had an unpleasant encounter with some other painted individuals. Any relation? What does that mean? Okay, hey, calm down. You need to cease all hostility right now. Okay. Bad news. That thing is really pissed off.
Let's talk though.
Good news. It didn't try to kill me. Okay, baby steps.
Sir, could you stop being an angry painting? I'm trying to do some work right now. Work for the government.
Angry living paintings are not typically on the Cauldron Lake bingo card. Something different was happening at the Lakehouse, and I couldn't let it escape. Bright Falls didn't need this particular cherry on its already shitty Sunday.
Sublevel 3.
This isn't the floor I wanted. Fucking elevator.
Hello? What is this? They focused on work. Please do not contaminate Lakehouse with unrelated art. Security, safety, censorship. The free S's. The automated typing device, the ATD, will produce writing mimicking that of Alan Wake, known para-utilitarian, with the goal of affecting reality the same consistency as Mr. Wake's writing. Oh, they're fucking using AI to make more Alan Wake in universe, I mean. I don't think they... to reach this level of authenticity, each page is produced by the ATDs must be evaluated and graded based on the similarity to Wake's original style. The pages will be graded using the following criteria. Comprehensibility. Most basic criteria, the page must use language and develop stories in an understandable and organic way. 2. Style. The page must accurately mimic the typical style of Wake's writing, using pages in the Lakehouse's possession as reference. 3. Tone. The page must accurately mimic the typical tone of Wake's writing, pages in the Lakehouse's possession as reference. 4. Content. The pages must accurately mimic the typical content of Wake's writing, using pages in the Lakehouse's possession as reference. Pages are graded, they will be fed into the algorithm as preferred reference material, thus continuously refining the writing process produced by the ATDs so they can produce near identical stories to Alan Wake. That is not how that works, by the way. The more AI stuff you feed into itself, the worse it gets, for obvious reasons. Because it's you know, it's a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. It's going to lose nuance every single time because it doesn't have, like... That's why... actual AI stuff is plateauing, because you can feed it everything on the internet, which is mostly crap. If you feed it Reddit, you're not going to get scientific accuracy, are you? You're going to get Reddit posts, and at a certain level, it doesn't matter how much you put in, you're not raising how good something is. You need quality content. And the thing about that is, you can't put in AI, it's not quality content, is it? It's literally dreck. It's meaningless by its own nature. Once that's achieved, it will produce instructions to ATD on right, effectively gaining control of workability. I do enjoy that the pages will be graded using the following criteria. I read this one.
Stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this? His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmots were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed, but the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink. The turpentine, the paint, it was all over him. Years of it. 1,000 paintings. 1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint. Hatred for the brushes. For the Marmots. For himself.
I think we have our first villain, Rudolph Lane. So the other thing about this is Alan Wake's been writing for like a decade in the dark place, trying to escape, trying to write himself out. And Alan can't just write, I escape. He has to follow the rules of his fiction. And the thing is, he's written this company into existence. So what is real and what's Wake isn't like black and white either. It all bleeds into each other. You can't write something that isn't there, if that makes sense. You can only write stuff that's going to happen anyway, or it's weird. So the problem is, it's very like you can't a corporation can't really take advantage of that. Like the reason Control exists is because blatantly that the main character Control, Alan Wake, needed to exist for him to escape, so he eventually made the Hiss. Like it explains, like the Hiss talking like these abstract sentences, because Alan Wake is cutting up. He's doing a Taoist poem and cutting up loads of phrases and pulling them out, things like that. He's messing with styles. Words per sentence: 12, 1, 6, 7 co-heads. 2. Content dialogue, clipped phrasing, third person, online. It's all very meta. Marmont's arc.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect. Connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the Lakehouse were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable. Not for them. Gradually, thoughts fell into their heads like drops of dark water. Why does she get all the credit? Why does he get any credit? With that, a crack formed in the Lakehouse. The Marmonts and their work became arrogant, erratic. The crack widened and the water seeped in.
I also enjoy that they already know what's going to happen to them before it happens. Alan Wake has already written it. They have literally the proof of the bad stuff about to happen, and they're too arrogant to. I really enjoy the way series. Moving forward, research of the Lakehouse will be divided into 2 distinct projects. Project X, 132 AW, codename Arbitus, will be focusing on the writing of Redacted with Dr. Diana Marmont serving as project director. Project C, 42210RL, codename Ramnus. So that's AW for Alan Wake and RL for...
Rudolph Lane stood back from the camp.
Rudolph Lane. Okay, got it. And obviously the word lane is a corridor. A lane, it's a threshold. I don't know what Ramnus or Arbitus means, but obviously Arbitus is about. This is about. On studying Redacted and his work. So yeah, Project X focus on studying Alan Wake with Dr. Diana. Ramnus will focus on studying Rudolph Lane and his work. Jules Marmont serving as project director. Staff will be notified regarding their project assignment and any required desk changes. Patients requested during this reorganization. Confidential facility matter not passed with all agents or teams. Questions, please contact me directly. Signed, Kingston.
September 12, 2023. Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in our inventory. I believe it manifested inside the Lakehouse directly. I won't be filing this page. It'll just send Jules into a panic. The page is written in Wake's usual style, so I can't say for certain if it's being literal or figurative when it calls us monsters. But what's interesting is that the page indicates that a painting succeeded in linking Cauldron Lake's threshold with our facility. Writing has always been the clearly superior avenue of research, but I never considered that the writing itself would dictate a different art form as the catalyst for our success. I cannot accept that. I can't allow Jules to stumble his way into success. Not after the years of work I put into this research. I got word yesterday that 2 writers are visiting Bright Falls. I will beat Jules to the finish line.
Journalists, yeah. And so journalism counts as writing. Music obviously counts as art. It's like in the original game. Songs. The band is